everybody, I'm back at the club here again today, and I'm doing another dish here today called spaghetti and mussels with sauce, red sauce. This is a recipe that used to belong to my friend, God bless him now, he's passed away. He was a good chef. Being in the chef industry, you meet people and you learn things at schools and other places, and also people's places that you go to. You're invited to. They do their own dishes and they cook their own meals their own traditional way, and then you learn something. So at the moment, here at the club, I'm doing a dish which I just mentioned, the mussels, spaghetti and red sauce with garlic and that sort of stuff. It's a traditional Italian dish. What I'm going to do is all straightforward stuff. It's an easy dish to make, not difficult to make at all. And the thing about me, I don't take any shortcuts at all in the cooking at all that I do. I've heard stories before. You should put this in it. You should put that in. You should put this into it. But that's fine. That's your recipe, your way of doing it. I'm sure it tastes just as good as mine. But this is the traditional way that we've learned how to make it, and ingredients that we buy that match each other to put into the ingredients. That's what we use. So, if you have your own dish, it's fine, and just do it that way. But today it's my recipe, and I'm going to share it with you guys and girls, and hope that you get to do it at home and enjoy the same thing. Okay, until then, I'm going to go into the board here, and I'm going to start chopping up some garlic and some onions here. Then I'm going to make my way up to make the sauce. The mussels are already been prepared from last night, and they're in the fridge, and they're still sleeping in the fridge under ice, and they're about to be pulled out in about an hour and a half's time to be prepared, ready to put in the sauce. So until that stage comes, I'll show you a bit later on. And so get into the chopping board here and start chopping some of this garlic here, and we're going to put that into the dish. So we're just cutting up some onions now, and that's going to go into the pot. Finely dice all this, and I don't put too much onions in it, but I did prepare a bit more extra because just in case we can make a bit more sauce later, because we're making for a big group today. We're not making for a small group like 3 or 4 people. There's about 15, 16 people coming, so there's a bit of sauce there. And also, whatever leftover sauce that I have, we put in our fridge, and we can make spaghetti for the members next time on leftovers. But like I said, the members tell me, why you don't buy margarine? It's cheaper to buy. And then I said, no, mate. I mean, I don't take any shortcuts. Butter is always better than margarine, and that's what I do. I don't take any shortcuts in the kitchen, especially buying ingredients. Use fresh and local ingredients if you can get it. I've lived all over the world, worked all over the world, and this is my second trade or hobby, you can call it, for many years ago. It's coming back out now from the past work I used to do, and here I am back on the chopping board at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's pretty freezing here at the moment. But if you haven't been to the club, come down and visit us here. We're all welcome, and there's always something happening here, especially in the cooking field. It's like spaghetti and mussels. It could be lasagna, it could be steak night, it could be whatever. So come down and see us down here and say hi. If not, see us on our Facebook and say hi. So So I've got some garlic in here, cooking in the pot already. With some olive oil. I'm going to let that simmer for a little bit, not too long. I'll put the onions in there. Okay. You don't want the onions or you don't want the garlic to overcook or be very bitter. And I'm going to prepare some diced tomato cans. This is my little ghetto blast machine here. Neutral blast machine, and we're going to put that in here. Probably I'd say about 4 cans. We're making quite a bit for a lot of people here today. So we're making, first time I'm using this brand here. It's 1 can. 2. We're going to give this a blast. In a sec, I'll put that on here. Not too long on the blast section. We're going to give this a bit of a thing there, and we're going to give it a blast. That's it. That's all you need. You know what? Too fine. So that's all you need to do. We're going to put this into a bowl in a sec. This is 3. 4. Does sound like a lot, but it's not. We're doing a lot because there's a lot of people coming here today. Okay, so it's 2 or 3 people. You won't use this much at all. You know, in fact, sometimes you don't have to use this sort of stuff. Just use the tomato paste. Just another day we'll show you that. So I'll be adding some tomato paste into our dish. Not a lot, but some. We do a couple of blasts. That's it, that's all you need. Give it a bit of a helping hand. Put it in here, ready for later. As you can see, there's the product there. I'm going to add half a cup of onions in there, chopped up finely. May need to add some more later on, we'll see what happens with the dish. We're going to stir this up. You see it's at the caramelize in there now, and I'm going to add 1.5 or 2 spoons of tomato paste, and that's from Aldi's. We're going to mix that in here. The onions and the garlic are together, all forming, and it's starting to aroma now. Smells very, very nice in here. On low heats, of course, so we can keep on stirring it for a little bit longer. And this is before I start to add the tomatoes that we just did now before. Okay, I'm going to add some of this tomato in here as well. Got that. Keep stirring that. I'm going to put the whole lot in there. Stir this together. So we've got the onions and the garlic all stirred up in there, and olive oil, of course. I'm still going to put more ingredients in there, but I've just added the tomatoes in there, diced tomatoes, which I've blended in my ghetto blaster, neutral blast machine. I love that machine. Starting to get a bit thicker than normal here, as you can see. It comes a bit closer to me and have a look, so it's starting to get a bit thicker, which is okay, but we'll add a little bit of water in the hot water very shortly, and I'll make it a bit thinner. I've got some parsley here. We're not going to put too much parsley in it right now, we'll add more later. So I'm going to cut the stem off here, the stalk off here just a little bit, and we're going to use that later in the mussels. So put them aside, and we're just going to chop up a bit more here. Sometimes I'll just use the scissors, and I'll use it from there. So today I've got the knife out, so Well, I've got the knife out. I'll just chop up a few things. And we'll add this in shortly. I'm going to add about half a cup of parsley now. Okay, I'll add more later. Put it to the dish. And we're going to give it a stir. We're still going to add more ingredients to it. We're going to add basil later. Okay, and then we're going to add the basil in shortly actually. We're going to chuck the basil in here. I'll tell you when I'll do it and how I do it. As you can see, I've got the basil here. It's freshly grown from my backyard. Okay, and I've learned something in Thailand when I used to be based there for a while. I've got the ingredients here cooking, and the garlic, onions and the sauces. Really low heat at the moment. You give it a stir very regularly. Okay, and it's still pretty thick, so don't worry about that. Let it simmer for a while. Don't forget, I've got to make another bowl of this shortly, because there's quite a bit of people coming. So this is the first one today. I've learned something in Thailand. Well, the basil that I do basically is I grab the scissors, and by cutting through the leaf, just like this, halfway, through the artery, I call it, through the artery of the leaf, and cutting through the vein of the leaf, like that. You just do a few of them. Watch your fingers, of course. And what that's going to do is it's going to release a significant amount of flavour from those gaps there. You know, imagine yourself cutting yourself, you know, you're going to bleed and everything, so it's the same thing. Under a microscope you see that. I haven't got a microscope here today to show you, but believe me, it's juices coming out of those sides there, so it's going to enhance the flavour of this into the dish. So I'm going to do is just chuck bang in there like this, just a whole lot. We'll remove this later on from there. We only want it for the taste. So I've got this from some old people in Thailand that I used to visit there regularly, and you know, and you learn a lot of things from a lot of people, you know, that you don't know. So just cutting little grooves through the actual leaf, and just chucking them back in. So there we go, and putting them in like this, and then it's in there like that. We're going to stir it with the sauce. So don't forget, it's not going to be served, it's going to be only a taste only. We will remove this later, okay, from the dish. At the moment, we just want that to do its wonders. It's wonders, you know, let out all the flavours from those, you know, broken artery, I'll call it, you know, the leaves been cut, so there it is there. So, I'm going to stir a bit more. Still more to go in there. I've still got to add a bit more ingredients in there, so not too much more, but it's got to happen. We're going to put the hot water in there, and we're going to add some hot water in there, about 2 cups I would say, maybe 3. It's pretty thick. That's not quite a full cup, so we'll do about 4. Stir in there now and see how it comes. Still looking a bit thick, but it will evaporate. Alright, now it's time to add the salt and pepper in here. Lid off. It's, as you can see, it's still looking a bit watery, but because I've just added some more water. But that will evaporate very shortly, and I'm going to start adding some salt in there first. About 1 teaspoon and a half. Okay, I'm going to add some pepper, about 1 teaspoon of pepper, maybe a little bit less, a little bit later. Okay, I'm going to stir that one up. Don't put too much salt because the mussels are a bit salty, remember they're from the salt water. So give it a stir. So we've got all the ingredients there. We've got all the basil, we've got the parsley, onions, garlic, and the sauce, tomato paste. So it's looking good. A bit early to start preparing the mussels just yet. That takes about 10-15 minutes to do all that. And we separate the mussels in the shell. Some of them do, some of them stay in the shell. And we chuck them in the sauce. One more ingredient to go in here. We've got a quarter of a shot of sugar, which is going to kill the acid in the actual sauce. Okay, so you don't have to put it in, but I feel that you need to use brown sugar or white sugar. We're going to put that in there like this, and then we're going to stir it up. And like I said, it's going to kill the acid a little bit. Give it a good stir. So that's it there. The sauce is almost done, really. You know, just gonna let it simmer for a while, let the ingredients mingle in together and combine and create that wonderful aroma and taste for the future on the table. Okay, so now it's gonna basically, the sugar is gonna kill that acid a little bit, lower it down. Of course, I've got another pot cooking there, and I still got to make another one because that's going to go in here. It's the same amount of ingredients what's in here into there, and we'll go from there. Okay. When I start cooking the preparing the mussels, just 1 sec. This is the first lot of mussels here. It's already been cleaned yesterday and nice and shiny on it. Look how nice they are. Okay, so that's ready to be put in there very shortly. So I'll put that in for now. Okay, first of all, I'm going to put in here is basically some of these stems here, like that, you know. And I'm going to put a couple of cloves of garlic in here like this. I'll put that there. And then some on a low heat. Give it a bit of a boost for now, just to give it a bit of a hurry up. I've got some olive oil in there, not much. Just now cook it there, like that. And what I'm going to do is put these in here very shortly once it starts to, they're all still closed, pretty much closed, so they're open. Toss them. These are open because they're in the fridge, but they're pretty much closed. Those in here, give them a stir. Then I'm going to cook these two on. Okay, we want to cook them only just enough. Okay, about 8 to 10 minutes. I'm going to close it up. I'm going to sit there for about 10 minutes. We'll check these in about 8 minutes and then possibly leave it for an extra 2 or 3 minutes. Okay. Alright, we're going to put some wine in the mussels now. Half a cup or a cupful. Okay. You can see them all now steaming up. But they're all opened up, that's what you want to see. So I'm going to put this in here. They're almost done. They're opened up. Now we let the wine do the magic. Give it a further 2 to 3 minutes and then they'll be ready. These mussels are now ready. I just switched them off. They're nice and open, smelling good. I'm going to put them over here and prepare these like this. We're going to let them cool down for about 2 minutes or so, and then we're going to start peeling them or taking a shell and then add the actual mussel into the other sauce. Okay. Alright, then a bit of garlic. Okay. It's pretty hot there, so alright, it comes to the time we're going to put these mussels that have took out the shell into this sauce here. Okay, we're going to do half. So we're going to throw all these into this sauce there. A little stir, and we're going to let it simmer there for another 20 minutes or so. And the sauce will be ready in this one. What to do is all the goodness of this water from the mussels, we don't throw it away, we're using it in our cooking because it's got all the wine, the parsley, it's got the garlic in there, so it's got all goodness in there, okay? But what we're going to do is sift it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some paper towel to my sifter, like this. And to help take out all the soil, the sand, and so on. So slowly put that through. See, now you can see it's been sifted through, nice and clean water. Okay, nice and clean. So it's now ready to use that to the sauce we need to put in there. I've just chopped up some garlic and I'm going to put it into my blender. Okay, and I put some olive oil in there. And I'm going to put some butter. I'm making garlic bread. I'll put these in here. My helping hand, my dishwasher, just arrived. Mick, my peppers here, long time serving member, a good mate of my dad's. And this butter in here. We'll take this a bit later. Okay, I'm going to put some more olive oil in here. Close it up. Here. Maybe have to add more. I just added some more garlic. Some on me. Just added some more olive oil. Make this spin a bit more in here. Working better. Yeah, look at that. One more. Look at that. Nice and creamy. I'll put this out here. I'm going to add a bit of salt to this, not too much, just a little bit. Yep. I've just added some salt to this, and don't forget it's only got olive oil, garlic, and a bit more olive oil, and of course got butter, pure butter, not margarine. To take shortcuts, and this is a taste test here. Which I'm not going to say if it's good. I'll tell you it's good. If it's bad, I'll tell you. Here we go. Oh, that's got a kick to it, you wouldn't believe. Yes, it's very good. The garlic bread now, I've got some Vietnamese rolls from hot bread fresh this morning. I've already made my dip as you've seen before, and we're putting them into the roll. Like this. What I've got to do now is basically get some parsley. Put parsley in there. It's nice and full, not too much, but you know, enough there. You close it up, that's done there for a garlic bread. And I'm going to do another one here, which is the same. Yeah, so there's the excess there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab the knife and I'm going to cut through the roll, not right through the roll, about almost at the end, so the person can just peel off when they want to peel off. Okay, so I'm going to sharp knife, not all the way through, just enough, like that, you know, straight through. More there. Make sure my hand's not there. Like that. So there it is there. That's what it looks like. So what I'm going to do now is put this in foil. Okay, and then we'll put it in the oven for about maybe 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and then the person's ready to enjoy it. Voila! Alright, I'm going to add the last and final mussels into the salmon to the bowl. Okay, we do a little bit differently. Pop those a bit more. There's more mussels, more herbs. So there we go. See, got the garlic in there. One just took off. Into this. Right away, we'll let them simmer a little bit. We're going to lock them up on low heat for about 10 minutes because there's a lot more there, okay? Maybe a bit long. We'll come back to you then. But before that, we're going to add some wine to it as well, okay? You forgot that, but here we go. We've got the vino coming in. About half a glass of cup. A bit more because there's a lot more there. They are cooking, steaming, so we'll give it 10 to 12 minutes and we'll definitely come back to it. Alright, the mussels now are opened up, as you can see. There we go. They're all opened up, they're ready to go. They're about 99% ready. I'm going to put them in the sauce now, not all of them but some in the sauce. Okay, that's where they're going to go. And we're going to serve them up with the meal. So, right away again, not that hot, so I'm going to use my hands, okay? Shell. Still pretty much more room to put more in there, so I'll put maybe another 10 in my hand. Remember, the video there is not open, toss them. Don't put them in the meal. People wondering why I'm using a egg spatula. Well, one reason I can't find my spoon. So it does a job, so what I'm going to do now is prepare one meal for one gentleman. I'll put some of the sauce into the fry pan.
Come on there, I'm strong.
So there's some of the sauce only at this stage.
Anyway, what I wanted to do when you...
Alright, we're going to add the spaghetti in here. Mix it all up. And we're going to add the mussels in here. Like this, we'll take it out. Some more sauce. Yeah, that's the final product. Well, everybody, the long day is over. the meal was a success today. You had so much people complimenting me today for the cooking, and it was actually good. You know, we haven't done one of these for ages. One of the best meals that I've tasted. The mussels and sauce, garlic of course. It's really, really good. Something that you should try at home. It's an easy recipe to follow, and I'm sure that you and your family will like it. Not much left. There's only one little tub that I haven't tasted yet, apart from food tasting. I had this later on tonight, and it came out really good. So when you have time, come down, say hi at the club here, and we'll have some happening here sometime. Until then, keep watching on Facebook and say hi on Facebook, and I'm sure that we'll put up things that are going to be happening here on Facebook, so you'll know. And bring yourself, your friends, and have a good time. So keep smiling and enjoy life, and eat plenty, drink lots. Don't do things stupid, and don't drink over the limit of you're supposed to be drinking, and you'll be all good. Until then, I'll see you to the next one.